What's up, everyone? It is 2024. The weather is nice today, so it is time to return to tennis. We've had about 3 months where it's just not been optimal weather to be outside. Cold, wet, either rain or snow, freezing wind. It's been bad. Today's not too bad. It's a tiny bit windy. It's only about 50 degrees, which is, that's doable. We can do that. I've been hitting a lot indoors, which I'm kind of nervous about, that maybe I'm spoiled now and hitting outside is going to really be off. But we'll see. Got a couple of rackets we're trying out today on camera. We're going to hit them. I've played them a little bit. Picked up some holiday deals, right? It was the holiday season, Christmas. I scored a Yonex 2023 Yonex Vcore 95 and a Dunlop CX200 Tour, not the new one. That's not the 2024, the previous model. The Yonex, I got it. Where's the best deals? Tennis Warehouse, Europe. Strung with Hyper G and shipping, $182 out the door. You buy it from Tennis Warehouse here, it's like $260. I got it for $182. Scored the Dunlop at a great deal, extra 15% off, holiday special, local store. I picked it up for 85 bucks. That's a good deal. That's a good deal on a quality racket. We're going to go out and hit both of them, kind of like a little bit of a battle of the 95s today. So the sun is out. The courts are kind of dry. You'll see what I mean. For the most part, they're pretty good. But let's get out there. Let's see what it's like. All right, guys, here we go with the Yonex Vcore 95 2023. Racket considered by quite a few people as maybe the best racket of 2023, or at least the Vcore line was considered the best line of 2023. Solid feeling racket. I played quite a few matches last year with the 2018 version that I really enjoyed. A lot of people that I've watched review this said the new 2023 model is very similar to the 2018, just more power, more spin, and that's what I found to be true as well. Spin was easier with this frame, and it did have quite a bit more power. Where I really noticed the power difference was on serve. Most Yonex frames I don't serve with very well. I just don't get the same kind of pace that I get out of other rackets. But this one was an exception. I actually got almost the same amount of pace, or the same amount of pace on serve as I did with most other frames. So that was a welcome change. In previous videos, I've talked about how a lot of modern rackets to me feel kind of hollow. They lack density. Ooh, that was a wild one. This one is not exactly that. The 2018 version felt very solid and dense. This one doesn't feel the same. Doesn't feel quite hollow to me, but it doesn't have the same level of density that some other frames have. Spin is good. It's a 95, but the spin generation it gets is solid. If I can manage to spin one over the net would be nice. There we go. I have been working on the forehand. I have met with one of the coaches at the club. I see with him at drills every Saturday, so now for me I need to get more time with him, but for me now it's a lot more of reps is what we're trying to fix, get our body in position and stuff like that. As far as the racket goes, it's pretty decent. It's a good frame. I wouldn't say it's one of my favorites. I'm kind of in the minority on that. I did play a couple matches with it, had mixed results. Another issue I've had with Yonex frames is I've noticed on my backhand things have a tendency to float out the back of the court a bit more often than it does with other rackets. I was out about a week ago and I hit the Vcore 95. I hit the E-Zone 98 Tour, and I hit the Yonex Regna 100. And the one thing that I noticed about hitting all three was that my backhand sometimes would float out the back of the court, more so than they would when I would hit other frames. I'm not sure why that is. Maybe perhaps it's the head shape. But it seems like I have to really make sure I come through and over the ball a bit extra with the Yonex rackets to keep my backhand down. Or if I don't, the launch angle really takes off on me. But solid frame. I string it with Hyper G at about 52 pounds. Really nice hitting. Very comfortable, comes through the air quickly. And has really good pop. Really a big fan of 95s. I wish other brands would maybe introduce a 95 line of their own. But right now they are becoming less and less available, unfortunately. Let's get it down a little bit. Hopefully, maybe you folks at home can see a difference in the forehand. I can see a difference. I can feel a difference. I'm having a lot more success in matches and in drills of keeping the forehand in play and actually hitting some nice shots. But it is still a work in progress. The new slinger bag has been working nicely, but they have not really fixed that jamming problem. So that's the Vcore 95. We're going to move on to the CX200 Tour. Very similar specs to the Vcore 95. Similar RA, 95 square inch head size, 310 unstrung weight. They have a lot of similarities. Where the difference really comes in is just in general play. The Vcore definitely offers more spin and a touch more power. The Dunlop, though, is a lot more precise, is a lot more controlled, and I feel like I can come through the ball a bit better with it. I'm going to go out and be on the minority side here and actually say that I prefer the Dunlop CX200 Tour over the Vcore. I know that's not going to be the popular opinion, but that's why it's an opinion. How you feel about a racket is subjective. So, and my personal feelings is that the Dunlop is better. Something else that really impressed me with this racket was its level of comfort. It has to be one of the most comfortable frames I've ever hit. One of the best frames I've hit for handling vibration. I normally play with a dampener on the string bed. I know it doesn't really make much of a difference, but it's for me, it's the sound. I just don't like the pinging of the strings. So I like to have a dampener on it. I actually had this out on a hitting session at the club one night, and I hit it for about a half an hour before I realized I did not have a dampener in it, because it just handles vibration and off the string bed and off the frame so well that you really don't even hear the strings very much. It's really an impressive feeling racket. Very solid feeling racket. It has that feeling of density that I like. It does not have a hollow feel in the frame. One of the guys at the club was interested in this racket. I let him borrow it, try it. He's in the same kind of group that I am, that we want a feeling of density in the frame, and he said the same thing. The frame is ultra comfortable and it feels solid. Comes through the air nicely, very controlled. But again, you're losing, you're sacrificing a little bit of power here to have that kind of control and precision. So if you are a player that really generates a lot of your own power, not like that though, a lot of your own power on your ground strokes, this would probably be a good frame for you. If you're looking for a control frame but maybe need a little more power, some customization with a little bit of lead might go a long way here. But it is a very nice hitting frame. I didn't feel like it was big on serve It was not quite as powerful in serve as the Vcore 95, but it was close. But you know, that's that trade-off again. I mean, you want precision, this is the racket. If you want power, you need to probably look somewhere else. But as I said, with a little bit of customization, you could maybe get the best of both worlds here. Oh, here we go. As I was talking, the slinger bag, the new slinger bag is fantastic, but they really did not address the potential of the balls to kind of honeycomb or pyramid themselves as they rotate, and then nothing drops into the bag, so it's basically stopped firing. But quick adjustment, we'll be back on it. Again, scored both these rackets during, you know, holiday special sales. I strongly encourage anyone trying to buy brand new Vcores to check out Tennis Warehouse. Also, Tennis Warehouse Europe specifically also has some great deals on Technofiber right now compared to what they're selling for in the US. Let's see, here we go. But just a really comfortable, nice frame. Something, it's very predictable. I could say that for sure. It's the kind of thing, I know if I pull this out, the shots that I'm going to hit are going to be pretty consistent. Just really an enjoyable racket. I'm really impressed with Dunlop's last couple of products. The new CX200s are out, or will be soon. I've seen mixed reviews on those. One of the big complaints I've seen on the new ones has just been quality control. Like just coming in way off of spec. This one was pretty much, this model that I have was on spec for weight. Couldn't really say much more than that though, so. But beautiful day. Hopefully, you know, you guys at home can see a difference in my forehand. I feel like I can see a difference if I can get a solid ball. There we go. I noticed towards the end of filming that there was a dead spot in the court where a lot of these balls were. I thought they were dead balls. I was like, man, I need to really get some new balls. And then I started it like that. They're hitting in the same spot, and it's a dead spot in the court, and there's just no pickup on it. There it goes again. But that's all I've got for today, guys. It's good to be back. I do have some other rackets that I have accumulated during the holiday season we're going to talk about later here in the future. Also, probably going to talk about some other rackets I've been playing in match play. Some things that may surprise you. But that is all for me today. Good to be back out here on the courts in the sunshine, even though it's a little chilly. Looking forward to having more matches and more outdoor sessions this year. If it's nice where you guys are, I encourage you to get off the couch and get on the courts. And that is all for today, guys. We'll see you again next time.